once again surrounded by the Grey Ones, those who awaited to see the conviction of the man that was fated to continue the legacy of corruption.
The future of this society lies in our hands, for we are the ones in charge of delivering security and justice to those who are in need. To war with democracy, that's our role. Always for the sake of justice, never for all personal goals. Those are our beliefs. Those are.
Eventually, what lies beyond this world wasn't very pleased with the resonance of those words. Truth will eclipse every single farce. It was a matter of time. The nightmarish visions invading, the grey silhouettes now devoured by flames, screams of pain, screams of the dying, the walls collapsing, and from the cracks of this world, countless abominations emerged, rising their limbs, whispering the name of the man that hides behind the mask. The flames descending now, burning the present into ashes, and him, right in the middle of the altar of lies, surrounded by the horrors of the underworld, alone, lost, forsaken. Even so, from the darkness, the light took its stand, right in the middle of the precinct, standing several feet above the air. The young woman prevailed, with her white clothes dancing in the flames, and her white aura all around her, extending her hand once again, pointing her finger at the beholder, to the one who would seek the truth, to the one that was fated to face its inner demons. Insulting to his visions, he continued. At last, the masquerade of this so-called man fell into the ground, exposing the rot of his soul now, his dark desires and the inner hate, his reputation vanishing into air. The nightmarish vision was over, and now before him, the Grey Ones, standing and watching with deception and anger, cursing to the man that was about to lose it all. He left the palace of justice, rushing into the outside, losing himself among the crowd. And with the sweat falling down his face, he crossed through an endless ocean of streets. He was lost.
John, we have to talk. I'll be at the bar. I need your help. I'll be waiting.
The city looked abandoned, even though hundreds walked the streets, even when full of light it was. Behind what the eyes of men could see, loneliness and emptiness prevailed. Even as the silence ruled, the laments could be heard. The capacity to believe that his life was over, the fantasy that this man created, was falling apart. The truth was rising, and with this truth, a price would come along. His man of trust arrived at last. With the deception mark on his face, he sat at the side of the condemned one.
Matthew, what the hell is wrong with you? John, do you remember that woman? The one with the dress? The daughter of Furtz?
His left hand started to shake, just a little.
What about her? Matthew, I thought this topic was over. Why aren't we talking about this? I've seen her, John. I have been seeing her for a long time now. It was in my nightmares first, but now I'm seeing her outside my dreams. My nightmares are invading reality, John. I need you to find her. I need you to find the place where she is. Make sure it's truly over. Kid, have you gone nuts? I've told you. It's over. I took care of this already. Just do it. Trust me. Go to that place and call me if it's needed, okay? Tomorrow this will be all ancient history.
With a bitter taste in his throat, the elder accepted, shaking the hand of the young lawyer as a sign of trust. For long hours, Matthew walked the floors of its house, spinning now on its bed. Booze would not save him this time. Inside of his mind, the image of a city full of movement, the world of mortals, a city full of promise, the images before the end. Eventually, the phone will ring, breaking those visions. He ran with great excitement, his heartbeat rising now.
Matthew, I'm at the house I talked to you about. Our friend awaits. Don't take too long, will ya? Don't forget to bring your favorite gun. You know, just a toy to keep our old friend entertained.
The corrupt took his jacket and his tool and left his place without hesitation. The nightmare was almost over. How much can a man afford for a single night of peace, for the release of its burdens, to find calm? Well, even with all the power, the money, and the world at his feet, this man will never be able to afford such a peace. Arriving to an old passage, with his paranoia taking control, seeing his left hand's car, a car without an owner, without an origin. I wonder how many lives ended inside that car. The silhouette of an old abandoned house before him, a place in which every wall had a nightmarish legend, stories of the lost seasons, the laments of hundreds. The door seemed locked. One way or another, he would get inside.